Hi everyone, this is FM Viktor Neustroev and we are going to analyze the game number 4 of our online chess tournament summer 2020. So this game is played between Jason Huot and Varun Teja. e4, e5, so Jason is playing with white pieces, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, h6, anti-Fred lever defense, actually a bad move where white can get a clear advantage. d4, that's right, if you see that black loses a tempo, you should open the position to have a lead in development. E takes d4. White took on d4 in this position immediately, but instead he could play bishop, he could castle first. Why? Because this move provokes black to play bishop c5. If not bishop c5, then we can take on d4 anytime we want. But if they play bishop c5, we may play c3 with the idea to capture on d4 with the c pawn and get a strong center. Because if black captures in this position, then we can apply a tactical strike or tactical strike. If you want, you can pause the video and find it yourself. If not, then I'm going to show you. Okay, this is bishop takes f7, check, king takes, queen d5, check, king goes there, then another check, king goes there, then queen c5, d6 and queen c3. So the material is equal, but black lost his privilege to castle. That's why white is better. You can also ask me why in this position not to play queen d5 immediately. It's because queen e7 can be played and black is able to protect everything. So bishop f7 and then queen d5 check. If they don't play, let's say they play d6, then you just take. So it's just a transposition of the moves that allows you to get a chance to win the game or to get a better position if black makes a mistake with bishop c5. So that was a better move order. But in the game, white took immediately. Bishop e7, castle. Bishop f6, not a good move. Knight f6 should be played. Black needs to develop the pieces. c3, maybe, but knight c6 looks better. So, okay, I'll show you. Knight c6, d takes c6, queen takes. King can't capture because the f7 pawn is hanging, so bishop has to take. And then just f3 maybe. Oh, bishop f4 right now. So white is developed better and definitely has the advantage. Okay. So c3 was playing in the game, maybe just white decided not to simplify the position, and of course I understand it. Knight g7, bishop e3, castle, knight d2 deserves attention, of course. This move was played on the board, but maybe it's time for knight c6. And if b takes c6, for example, we can play let's say actually knight takes c6, then we can play bishop d3 and f4. Okay, knight d2 was played in the game, d6. Here white has several options. For example, queen c2 looks like a logical move, maybe bishop e2, queen h5 as well. But okay, knight 2 to f3, d5, e takes d5, knight a5, bishop d3, knight takes d5, and in this position white played rook e1, offered the trade. The bishop is better than knights, you know, so for example I would prefer to keep the bishop alive. I would play this move, but rook e1 is of course an accuracy, but not so big. Bishop g4, queen a4, clever move. Bishop f3, knight f3. So the knight on a5 is hanging, it has to go back. And what do you think in this position white could do to win the game? No, not to win the game, but to get a clear advantage. They could play queen to e4. What's the idea? To threaten a checkmate, of course. When the queen comes to h7, black's position becomes really worse, and black is about to lose the game soon. So he has to play g6. But if he plays g6, he blunders the h6 pawn. And of course, white is better in this position. Fine. So instead of playing queen e4, white played queen c2, rook e8, rook d1. And eventually, in this position, black made a critical mistake. Instead of playing something like knight c to e7 to support the one on d5, maybe then to play c6 and play queen c7 after that, he decided to take on e3. That was a mistake, because here Jason was able to calculate the line properly and calculate the material by the end of the combination, and he played bishop h7 move. King h8, rook takes. Looks like the queen is hanging and should be taken, but if so, what exactly happened in the game actually? Rook e takes on e8, check, king h7, and after rook e8, let's calculate the material left on the board. So white has 2 extra exchanges. It's more than enough to win the game. Another important thing is that the knight on c2 is trapped. You just have to play rook to e2 back and take it for free. The game is over. So this knight e3 mistake cost him a game. For example, if black plays knight c e7 and white decides to play c4, here knight e3 would work, because if so, there is no rook e1 to e8 move, because the knight blocks. And this position is equal. Rook e8, for example. Rook e8, bishop takes c2. So if we calculate the number of pieces, it's absolutely equal. And this is how this is how black could draw the game in case of c4. So of course, it's not obligatory for white to play c4 right now, but maybe he could do this move. Bishop c5 gives white a clear advantage, but I'm not sure that white would find this move. Okay, but it was a nice tactical strike with bishop h7. Good move. Okay, fine. Thank you for your attention. We will continue in the next video.